It's me, Hair Jordan. The other day I found something amazing, an incredible thing I wanted to share called r/introvert. It's like heaven, except it's not quite. Surprisingly, I'd never been on the Introvert Reddit, and I have to say, I don't know that I've ever felt less alone while simultaneously being alone. And I just thought maybe some of you guys might enjoy some of the introverted stuff, because let's face it, most of you guys watching, you don't want to talk to anybody either, so. And here it is, the beautiful Reddit for introverts. Oh my gosh. How did I not see this ever until now? Just let me tell you, I'm pretty excited. Oh, here's a good one. Ooh, this one. Oh, this one's a little real. I gotta tell you, this one is so relevant to my childhood. Exactly what happened to me. Anyways, let's just take a look at this. Kids over there just doing their own thing. Kid looks like Dora the Explorer. And the teacher, who's wearing an apron for no apparent reason, comes up and says, "You'll have more fun with the others." Everything gets black and white. And the kid goes, "But I was already having fun." Ooh, oh, first grade year. Wait, was it first grade? Yeah, first grade year. That was me. I just wanted to sit at my desk and make a comic book. And the teacher was like, "No, you can't sit and make a comic book. You have to play with the other kids." And then I was all like, that's stupid. I don't want to play with the other kids. I want to make a comic book. I'm working on something epic. And then of course the teacher's just like, "I don't understand you, but get out of the desk and go play with the other kids." And so then I just like went home and cried and was like, "Mom, I hate that teacher. Mrs. Richardson is the worst. F you, Mrs. Richardson. I want to make a comic book." First grade year in a nutshell right there. How about you? Moving on. Oh, this one is great. Okay, this dude is standing there minding his own business with his headphones in. Clearly, somebody waves. He waved back. "I'm wearing headphones." The person ignores and waves a second time. What the? Frustratingly, thinking to yourself, "I'm wearing headphones." And we all know what comes next. It's never pretty. Yes, this person actually ignored the wave back, ignored the headphones, and is going full-fledged shoulder tap on this poor introverted person who has angry eyebrows, if you didn't notice. So anyways, the shoulder tap comes. The dude is thinking to himself, "Mark, I like this song more than I like you. I already said hi," and takes his headphones out. "Oh, hi, Mark." I love Mark's face on here. Like, you just see the back of Mark's head until the fourth frame. And in the fourth frame, Mark has this big, ridiculous, open mouth smile. He's like way too happy to be interrupting someone's alone time. When you have headphones in, just like, don't. That's just common sense, I thought, but apparently not, because people do it all the time. But more and more, I've noticed that people are starting to respect it. Maybe because I got white headphones because of my iPhone, and so you actually see them. Because before I had a pair of black headphones, and so they kind of blend in with my hair and my shirt. But now when I wear headphones, it's like pretty obvious that I'm wearing them, because I always am wearing black, and they like contrast. And so more and more people leave me alone now. So I guess that's a healthy tip to share to you introverts out there. If people aren't respecting the headphones, maybe get some that contrast with your clothes, then people will actually know. Maybe. A lot of times I'll wear headphones and I'll plug it into my phone, but I won't actually turn anything on just because I don't want anybody to talk to me. So I'll just walk around with headphones on like all day. I do that a lot, actually. Does anybody else do that, or is that just me? I mean, lots of times I will be playing stuff, but there's plenty of times where I don't want to listen to anything, but I also don't want to talk to anybody. So I'll just have my headphones in just as a deterrent. We have this one. When I go to a party with a friend and he's the only person I know there. Can we just watch this for a second? This right here, following this guy, that's me. Wait, it even looks like he's wearing a hoodie. Wait, why are they all different than him? Holy cow, that's not a party. That is so many penguins. Jeez. Why is there that many penguins there? Show up at a party, wearing a hoodie, like this way, and just waddle your way around. Hi, I'm with him. He's my friend. I have a friend, and I'm at a party. The way he just stops at the same time and looks around. And then they both start walking at the same time. Wait, there's another introverted penguin in the background. Right there, right there. Do we see him? He's doing the same thing. See that brown one? He's just looking in the same direction as the other guys. Is that like a thing or something? This brown fluffy penguin, they're like ultra rare and just mimic all the other penguins. Why is there so many penguins? I don't understand. This is such a great one. Like, that's how I feel when I'm walking around too, and there's a bunch of people around also. Just like, don't look at me, I'm not here. I'm just here with a friend. I have a friend. See? Bye. Friend, wait up. Yeah, shout out to all the introverts who have a friend and also go to a party ever. That made a lot of sense. Next, oh, here we go. There are two types of people. Yeah, I'd say I'm definitely the one that's in the bag. And the other one is standing so tall and proud. Wonder what they're looking at. That's like actually a really good comparison between extrovert and introvert, I would say. Here's one. Oh my gosh, this one's amazing. It doesn't say how old the kid is, but it's by Emma Knight. To celebrate the 100th day of school, when I am 100 years old. All right, so the kid has to fill in, obviously, the form. And this is what Emma says. She said, when I turn 100 years old, I will be tired of everything plus everyone. So I will tell everyone I'm going to Canada, but actually go to the Bahamas. I'll live in a tiny hut with my tiny dog. I will order fish tacos when I'm hungry, plus live my best life with no crap. And that's how it's done. Really, she's got the right idea. I mean, her priorities are straight. First of all, she doesn't care about having a nice, expensive house and fancy car. All she cares about is having money for Postmates so she can order fish tacos. That's the retirement plan we all should take inspiration from. So there's some key principles here to look at. Number 1, lie about your location. I'm going to Canada, and then go the opposite direction. 2, live as minimally as possible so you don't rely on anyone. You just live in a hut, a tiny hut at that. It's like, what do you need from people? Nothing. They got no reason to bug you. You live in a hut, unless they're delivering your fish tacos, which is number 3. Have money to get food delivered so you don't have to go anywhere. Live my best life with no crap. That's what I want. I want to live my best life with no crap. Is that too much to ask? Just put these in. I want no crap. No crap. Oh, here's a really good one. Feeling a change in mood and getting slightly annoyed when someone enters the room you were alone in. Oh my gosh. That is like, basically, anytime that happens, I definitely feel a mood change. I'm so glad I'm not the only one. Anyone else get this? Whenever I'm in the living room or a bedroom, any room where I'm alone, working or doing whatever, and someone else decides to walk in, I can't help but get irritated. Oftentimes, it's not because they're doing anything bad or causing a disturbance. I just feel the calmness of the room get disturbed whenever someone else's presence is now there as well. This is the best way I can explain it, LOL. That is the best description. I have always felt that and never been able to put it into words. So thank you, Fatty Mayonnaise. Thank you, Fatty Mayonnaise, for putting into words what I have always been unable to explain. It's just a total different vibe. Wow. It's like I really relate to this person. Man, it's incredible to feel this at one with the universe. Because I'm not the only one. And apparently 388 other people who upvoted it feel the same way. I love this Reddit. All right, this next one is about relationships. Very touchy subject, so let's be careful now, huh? Anyone feel very divided about relationships? Both wanting one and also being very happy not to have one? It may be a standard case of having commitment issues, not wanting to take risks, and finding that socializing is draining of my energy. But I feel very mixed about attempting at a relationship again. I love time by myself, entertaining myself, and I don't like acting in ways I don't find genuine to socially navigate talking to and appealing to different women. But I know if I want to have a meaningful relationship and experience intimacy and love, I need to go outside this box and take emotional risks and not just live in a dangerously comfortable state. This is a very good way of putting it, and you are not the only one who feels divided. I mean, no, not gonna say that. Relationships are good, but yeah, you're right. They are also definitely a commitment, and it's okay to feel mixed. Like, it's hard to have to consider somebody else's needs other than your own. Sometimes you have to socialize, especially for someone very introverted. You gotta just socialize more than you're sometimes comfortable with. It's just the way it is, but you kind of get used to it. Not always, but I think it gets easier the more you do it. There's pros and cons to everything, you know? But if you're happy being alone, then that's a big plus, because a lot of people aren't happy being alone, and so they get in crappy relationships because a crappy relationship is better than being alone to them. If you can just be happy being alone and be patient, then you'll probably find a much healthier relationship. So I'd say it's good if you're content being alone. If you're not afraid to be alone, and that's actually attractive to people. When you're okay being alone, that draws people to you. I don't know, it just varies from person to person. Some people really go in a downward spiral when they're too alone, but other people thrive. Like me, I thrive. Like, I start a YouTube channel, I make music, I do all those things I do when I'm alone, when I have excessive alone time. If I only have a little bit of alone time, I don't have as much time to create. So I'm someone who needs a lot of alone time. But some people would go crazy with the amount of alone time that I require. So do what feels right as far as meeting your own mental health needs. You know, if you need a certain amount of alone time, and that is what makes you mentally stable, don't second guess yourself. If you're very happy not being in a relationship, as the title says, then be very happy. You got no reason to feel divided. Now I feel like I'm giving advice. But there's also people out there who understand as well. Some people are great matches for introverts and some not so much. So if you're patient, you can find somebody who understands and maybe needs some alone time of themselves as well. Some people don't want to be around their partner 24/7. That's probably what an introvert needs. Oh, this one looks interesting. I've spent the last 5 months reading and researching the psychology of the human brain, including how it's evolved through time, how it developed through childhood, as well as emotional intelligence. This was all for the purpose of getting to the source of my anxiety and self-confidence issue. I'm 27 and I just came to the realization that it stems from me growing up an introvert and being in a society that praises the extrovert. This made me feel less than the people that I knew. This led me to understand the brain chemistry of the introvert, and I recommend The Science of Introverts by Peter Hollins for those who are interested. It helped me to understand my drug and alcohol use and has led me to having more confidence and no longer looking at myself as inferior in some way. Interesting, I've never heard of this book, but I will probably look into it. Key points of the book: higher cortical activity. Introverts has thicker gray matter associated with the prefrontal cortex, associated with analytical thinking and higher processing. More blood flows to this area than in extroverts. This leads to an introvert being stuck in his head, so to speak, and results in the brain being more stimulated. Wow, didn't know that. More sensitive dopamine receptors. It takes less input for an introvert to feel excited and pleasure than it does for an extrovert. A study referenced a drop of lemon juice on the tongue producing 50% more saliva in an introvert. Oh, that would explain all the sensory overload freak out meltdown episode things. Acetylcholine. Introverts seek acetylcholine, the chemical associated with feeling relaxed, hence why they seek solitude. Just like with everything else, there are drawbacks. Introverts are more likely to be depressed, less likely to express happiness, and more inclined to addiction. Introverts, HSP, highly sensitive people, and narcissists share some similar characteristics but differ in key ways such as processing information. Edit. An interesting study I left out: when shown a series of human faces and then plants, extroverts reacted more strongly to the human faces than plants, whereas an introvert had the same level of reaction to both. Ooh, nature. To an introvert, a human is not particularly more special than a plant. Edit 2. To distinguish between social anxiety and an introvert, here are some behavioral tendencies of introverts. Introverts react more slowly to their environment, relish the time to think before acting. They are not shy, they dislike small talk, and much prefer connecting deeply with someone. They do not dislike social situations or interactions, they just have a limit to how long they can do it. Less likely to share their feelings and would rather deal with things internally. Yeah, those all sound pretty familiar. I love this Reddit thread. Just like most personality traits, extroversion and introversion lies on the same spectrum. No one is completely introverted nor completely extroverted. The book also shows aspects of extroverts' brains as well, but I didn't want to write an entire essay in a post. Well, you kind of did already, but that's all right. I love the post. Thanks for sharing. The Science of Introverts by Peter Hollins. I'm gonna look that up. That sounds really good. But anyways, that's all the time we have for today. Let me know in the comments what you think of this type of video. If you felt like any of these posts described your life in detail, or if you're just like, nope, I don't understand introverts whatsoever. I don't know. Leave a comment. Reply to someone else's comment. Maybe get your introverted self interacting if it's at least online. I don't know. Thanks for watching. I will talk to you guys later. And yeah, that's all. Bye.